Kia ora. So today's adventure, I am coming from Port Albert, which is just a little bit south of Welsford and about an hour north of Auckland. And I've been staying up here, and Port Albert has always intrigued me for no reason. I know nothing about the place or knew nothing about the place, but just saw that it was somewhere that I could check out and go on an adventure. And today was finally that day. I was working on a project this morning and was really pleased with how it was going. It's a project that I felt quite stuck with recently, but I was like, let's look at it a different way, let's approach it in a different place, and then if we can just get through that part of it, set myself a bit of a focus, then we will go to Port Albert today. And as I say, I really didn't know what the excitement about Port Albert was, but it's just beautiful. And it's so quiet. And I just read a plaque that was at the beginning of this wharf, and it talked about how in the 1860s some people came over from the UK to settle here. And I've just been reading a book about English children or British children that were evacuated in the war, and I don't think I ever realised that children were evacuated internationally onto the other side of the world before I knew. Obviously they were evacuated, some from the big cities to the countries. But it just got me thinking on both accounts of the courage and the bravery of going on a boat, not knowing where you're going, no communications, all the perils of being at sea, and for those kids, the threat of being attacked at the same time. I've really sort of sat with that over the weekend after reading the book, and then, getting that same message from being here today. Intrepid is probably the word that comes to mind. Real explorers, real pioneers. I get a little buzz when I come down a road that I haven't travelled before, kind of imagining that I'm the first one that's ever been here, but, that's never going to be the case. But, just absolute respect for the courage and, as I say, the bravery of those people that travelled in that time. No communications, no, video call to say, oh, we've made it, or here's some pictures, or anything along the way. Just, letters that by the time you've read them, who knows what else could have happened in the meantime. So, yes, it feels quite interesting that having read that book yesterday and being here today, just that real theme of intrepid explorers. Absolute respect. What could you be exploring today? What could you be doing that's a bit different to your norm? And no, pressure or expectations on what size that adventure is. That's really not the case. Obviously the adventures that I've talked about, that these people have taken, ginormous, absolutely ginormous. But we can go right down to those small micro adventures and go, this is what I'm going to do differently today.